Hey guys, my name is Marauder and welcome back to the Bandit Camp. Today we're going over the new content for the Marvel Rivals Season 1 update, including a new Battle Pass, new skins, and 2 newly added members of the Fantastic Four. Near the end of the video, we'll be going over the Season 1 patch notes. Let's get right into the action. Starting off, looks like we got Dracula overlooking the new New York City map. Very excited to see what they got. Alright, new game intro. Okay. Trying to defend the city. Alright, yeah, last season we peaked at gold 3. And let's see what happens here. Okay, rank reset back down to bronze 3. Love to see it. Okay, and here's our rank reward for hitting gold. The golden Moon Knight skin. Very glad we were able to snatch that before the season ended. Alright. So I know for day 1 of season 1, we only have Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman. Human Torch and the Thing will be added in about 2-3 weeks. Let's go ahead and see what they got for us. Let's look at the Battle Pass first. Alright, already got some good skins here. Alright, ooh. The Loki skin? Oh, that's pretty sick. He looks insane. Oh, and that scythe instead of his wand. His little staff. I absolutely love that. The overall design of the skin is super detailed. That's insane. Alright. Got a highlight MVP intro here. Just as cool. That is super sick. I can't wait to get that. Okay. Player card. Emote. Oh. Looks like some Venom symbiote stuff going on right there. Okay, just got some sprays, some player cards. And then we got the Blood Moon Knight skin, which I absolutely love. Just the overall red and black of it. I don't know which one I'm going to wear between the golden Moon Knight skin I just got in this one. But this guy looks sick. Next page, got some player cards, some sprays. And we got the Bounty Hunter Rocket skin. Love the orange fur and the red eyes. Overall, he just looks very, very Western. Very cool. See, he's got a MVP intro here. Love it. Very cool. Okay, nameplate. Got some currency. Moving on next page. We got a rare blue tarantula Penny Parker skin. Not bad. It's a nice recolor. Yeah. Not horrible. We got 3 different sprays here. These are emblems. Interesting. Okay. Got some currency, Human Torch, and more currency. Not bad. Next page. Got some sprays, player card, spray. And we got the King Magnus Magneto skin, which is really cool. I think the whole Battle Pass has this overall theme, this red, black, and gold theme, which I really love. I just like that they completely changed his face, which is pretty cool too. Okay, MVP intro. Whoa. That's pretty cool. Okay, emote. He's got his helmet. Not bad, not bad. Okay, got another spray. Moving on to the next page. Some currency, another spray. Oh, this is a collectible, the Darkhold. Okay, that's pretty sick. Okay. Spray, player card, currency, and the Savage Submariner and a Moore skin. I like the detail on this one. It's like an evolved form of the default. Next page, we got the gallery card. And looks like they, for Season 0, there's only about 6 pages. But for Season 1 and moving on to the future, we're going to have a full 10 pages with 2 gallery cards. Okay, second half of the Battle Pass. We got a couple more sprays, more currency. And we got this very cool looking Iron Man skin, Blood Edge armor. Looks very sick. I can barely tell he's Iron Man. Looks like a completely different guy. I love the color scheme on it. Looks like we got a MVP intro. That is nuts. That is so sick. Got an emote. Oh. That emote's horrible. Animal cruelty is not what we're about here, guys. Okay, nameplate. Moving on. Sprays. We got this Blood Soul out of Morlock skin. And he just looks completely different. I love the detail on the cape. The mask is a super nice touch. I absolutely love this skin. Let's look at... Looks like you got a intro here. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This might be my favorite so far, I'd say. Absolutely love this. That is sick. And his nameplate. Nice. Moving on. We got the Emporium Matron Scarlet Witch skin. Which again looks like an evolved version of her default. Looks very cool. I love the hair. I love the space detail on the front of her dress. A lot of nice detail. Okay, looks like she's got a couple sprays here. Nameplate. Currency. It's like this intro. Whoa. Not bad. I like that. And we got the emote. Some nice fancy red lights in the back. Okay, not too much. And then this is second to last page. Oh, he's got his own custom animation here. That's too cool. It sucks it's on Wolverine, but you know, there's like 5 Wolverine mains out there that all like this skin. Favorite part's definitely the cape. This thing looks crazy. Imagine seeing this chasing you in the back line. Let's see, he's got some currency. He's got an emote. Looks like a werewolf. Looks nuts. Okay, we got a... Oh, that nameplate. I love the anime nameplates. And this one takes the cake. That is crazy. Got a intro, highlight intro. Oh my gosh. That is sick. Yeah, I can see why that's at the last page of the Battle Pass. It's like a movie. I love that. Alright. And then finally we got the gallery card at the end with the Fantastic Four. Pretty cool. Alright, let's move on to the 2 new heroes. First we got Invisible Woman right here. She is our newest support or strategist. Very cool. 4-star difficulty. And we're about to see why they gave her that rating in a second. Let's look at her skins really quick. First family, not bad. Just a slight recolor. And then we'll look at this bundle skin later on. It's her MVP highlight intro. Okay, pretty basic. Not bad. Cool little emote. Okay, let's look at her abilities. First we have her primary or projection. Launch a force field that can pierce heroes, flying the maximum distance before returning to Invisible Woman, damaging enemies and healing teammates. So it looks like a boomerang effect. It goes out and comes back, and then just like Luna's Snow, her primary fire, it heals and damages enemies and allies. which is super nice. Moving on to her first ability, Psionic Vortex. Looks just like a kind of that Hello Orb. It does about the same thing. Gather psionic energy and then cast it upon hitting a target, seen or pressing the button again. It erupts into a Psionic Vortex, continuously drawing in enemies and causing damage. So this looks like just like a setup ability. You can get them all grouped up, hit them all at once. Force Psychics. Manipulate sonic energy to push or pull enemies in front of you. Pretty simple ability. Just push them or pull them. And probably combo that with the Vortex. Get some damage stacked up. Next we got Agile Strike. Release a 3-hit combo. The third attack will launch up enemies in front. So this is her custom melee attack. She's the only one in the game that can do this. And just kind of more like crowd control. It'll help her with when she's getting dived. Got Veiled Step. Generate a force field at your feet. Stepping on it propels you into invisible state. So just like Black Panther, she's got a double jump, but this double jump makes her invisible. So not too bad. Good way to get out of combat. Okay, for her final ability, besides her ult, we have her Guardian Shield. You can see she generates a force shield in front of a selected ally. The shield blocks damage and provides healing over time to nearby allies. Enemies that pass through the shield are slowed. So that's a theme we're going to see out throughout her whole kit, is that she can slow enemies and do a lot of area healing, which is really cool to see, but this ability is really nice. Okay, we got her team up ability with Mr. Fantastic Force. The Invisible Woman taps into her powers, channeling Sonic Might to fortify the entire Fantastic Four team. This formidable force bolsters Mr. Fantastic, granting damage resistance. Once activated, they can continually generate bonus health, making up for lost health with each passing moment. Okay, so that's just really nice passive in the back line. Definitely going to want both of these guys on your team at the same time, just to give them a little bit more survivability. And finally, we'll look at her ult, Invisible Boundary. Manifest an unseen force field within a chosen area, rendering allies inside undetectable by enemies, and providing healing over time. Enemies that pass through the force field are slowed. So this ult, I wouldn't say it's game changing, but it's really cool to see everybody on the inside just going invisible. And even if once the enemies dive in, they can see everybody, but they're basically just nerfing themselves by being slowed. But that's about her whole kit. Suggested combo. Okay, yeah. So this is exactly what I was talking about earlier. She put down her Vortex and then pushed enemies into it. It's a pretty nice combo, but yeah, force her difficulty. She's got a lot going on. But her infinite invisibility is just nuts. Oh, looks like I missed her passive. Covert Advance. Enter invisible state sometime after disengaging from combat and grant yourself healing over time. So I think this is the best part of her kit, is as soon as she's out of combat, she's not doing damage, not taking damage. She is just permanently invisible and self-healing, which I think is going to be the most annoying part about dealing with Invisible Woman mains. Alright, moving on, we got her lore here. You can pause and read that. And then we got her proficiency. Okay, let's look at her KO prompts. Not bad. Fantastic Four logo. I like it. And then Lord profile. She's doing the smolder. I like it. Alright, moving on to the second new hero, Mr. Fantastic. He's a new Vanguard and a new tank. And he's a very dynamic character, so to speak. We got 3-star difficulty. A little bit easier than Invisible Woman. Looking at his cosmetics, he's got a little recolor, not bad. Once again, we'll look at his skin a little bit later on. It's the MVP intro. Very cool. Very cool. A couple of emotes going on here. He did get a purple rarity emote, which is cool to see. Alright. Let's look at his abilities. So for his primary, he's got the Stretch Punch, stretch out, a forward punch to attack enemies. And as you just saw, once one of the unique things he can do with his primary is he can drag it across the screen to hit multiple people. Which, just like Invisible Woman, very good for crowd control. These guys are really good at handling multiple enemies at once. Okay, first ability, we got Reflexive Rubber. Kind of like, I'd say it's really similar to Captain America's shield, except it absorbs that damage and sends it back. Proportionate to the amount of damage it takes. So yeah, it stretches his body to absorb damage before launching store damage in a targeted direction. So if you use this ability and no one pumps any damage into you, it's probably going to do no damage back. Let's see, next we got Flexible Elongation. Okay, gain a shield, select a target, and dash towards them, dealing damage to enemies and granting a shield to allies. Okay, so not bad. Just kind of like a grab that self-heals. Pretty simple. And once again, it gives shield to nearby allies. So another group ability. Very nice to see. Distended Grip. Extend arms forward to attack an enemy, then press right trigger to pull the hit enemy towards you. Or select and yank another enemy, knocking them everyone against each other. So this is kind of like his most techie ability, I'd say, his most technical ability. Just because there's two different options you can do. I can see a lot of good combo plays with this. Just like Invisible Woman, a lot of pushing and pulling crowd control abilities. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Probably going to take a while to get used to it, but being able to swing enemies around and pull them and push them, it's going to be very useful in combat. Next we got his passive Elastic Strength. Using abilities generates elasticity, boosting attack power. Reaching full elasticity triggers an inflated state that grants shield and boosts even more damage. Okay, so it's kind of like a reverse Hulk, I'd say. He kind of builds up that resource bar in the middle. Once it hits max, he goes into a big, strong tank state. Can't wait to see that in game. That's gonna be pretty scary, if I'm being honest. Okay, we already talked about the team up ability. When he has an Invisible Woman on his team, she gives him this cooldown, this B button right here, that gives him bonus health. Very cool to see. Suggested combo. Okay. Not too bad. It's definitely gonna take a little bit to get used to that. But basically just swinging your fists around, knocking people around. I like him. I really like his whole kit. I can't wait to start practicing with it. Here we got his lore. You can pause the video if you want to take a look at that. And then moving on to his proficiency. Once again, for his KO prompts, we got the Fantastic Four logo with the little fist in it. And then we got his Lord profile pic. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright. Let's head over to the store really quick and check out their new skins. So first, for Mr. Fantastic, we got the Maker Bundle. It doesn't look too crazy, but I'm pretty sure the lore behind it is kind of nuts. I think this is like evil Mr. Fantastic, or he becomes evil. This is like his strongest form. Okay, we got highlight intro. Whoa. Okay, I like it. That's super unique. Got any emote? Very cool. Player card and spray. Okay, not too bad of a bundle. Pretty cheap. I like it. Super futuristic. I like the bubbles, these little orbs in his chest and back. Wonder what those actually are. Alright, moving on to the Invisible Woman Malice bundle. Wow, she looks completely different. Looks like a completely different character. That's crazy. Let's look at her intro. Wow. That is scary. It's like a Halloween update. Okay, we got an emote. Torch Inner Turmoil. Not too bad. Player card and spray. And I actually really like this spray. Kind of seeing this dual personality vibe going on. Very, very cool. Looks like with the new season they also dropped a new event. So let's head over to that really quick. Alright. It's called Midnight Features. Okay, you can pause if you want to read this really quick. Looks like there's just some collectibles to get. We can click on this analysis. And looks like we just got 3 missions you got to complete. Rewards will be some currency for the battle pass, some regular currency, some units, and this little funny spray. Just for doing these 3 challenges. Make sure to definitely not forget to knock these out early on. It looks like we're going to unlock some more in... we got another one in 14 hours, and then the last one in 2 days. So we'll try to knock these. On the left, we got a little chart here. We'll get 4 gallery cards, and then a... Let me preview this. Okay. Oh, that's really cool. We just got a new costume for Thor. Looks like the OG Thor. Not too bad. Alright. And finally, we're going to move on to the patch notes. Let's see what we got here. A lot of new nerfs and buffs. Might upset some people. So first we're going to take a look at Captain America's patch notes. Alright. So reading from the Marvel Rivals website. First they're going to reduce the delay time for shield restoration after releasing Living Legend from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. Gotcha, okay. They got a lot for him on here. Okay, so shield's just gonna regen faster. That's nice. Reduce Liberty Rush cooldown from 12 to 10 seconds. Okay, a little buff there. He's gonna be able to do that faster. Increase base health from 650 to 675. Another small buff. Reduce the energy cost for releasing Freedom Charge, his ultimate, from 3400 to 3100. So he's gonna get his ult a lot faster, which I hate to see. And they're also reducing the additional health provided per second to self after releasing it from 110 to 100. So it looks like he's gonna get his ult faster, but it's not gonna get. It's just gonna give him a little bit less health. So overall, big Captain America buff. Hopefully that doesn't make too big of an impact. I rarely see Captain America. Moving on to Thor. See if we can find him here. Thor. Okay, just a couple changes. Looks like they increased his base health from 500 to 525. Another small buff. They also added immunity to control effects during God of Thunder ultimate ability. Okay. Interesting. Looks like that's about it for him. But the immunity to control effects during his ult is insane. About half the characters in the rosters can get interrupted during their ults. I loved stunning Thor's mid ult, but it looks like he's immune to that now. Which is very, very sad to see. Okay, moving on to Hulk. Okay, just got one change for Hulk. They're reducing the indestructible guard gamma shield value for Hulk from 250 to 200. So it's just going to be easier to break, is what it looks like. Unless they're referring to the value he gains. I think it's just the overall shield health. Okay, that's a small one. A small nerf. Moving on to Venom. We got a couple changes here. Increase the symbiotic resilience bonus health ratio gained per lost health point from 1 to 1.2. So if you don't know, right here, his right bumper, he heals himself. The less health he has, the more he heals. And it looks like they're just increasing just a smidge how much health he gets back. They're also increasing the base damage of his ult from 40 damage to 50 damage. So I'd love to see a couple of Venom buffs. For Duelist, we got Black Panther. Let's find him here. Okay, it looks like they're just doing a little bit with him. Looks like they're going to decrease his combat survivability. It says reduce the additional health provided to self after refreshing Vibranium marks with Spirit Rend from 40 to 30, and the upper limit of additional health provided from 120 to 75. So that's something I'm very happy to hear. Black Panthers, well, good Black Panthers are really good at surviving. They just get all that bonus health. Looks like now that it's reduced, they shouldn't be living for too much longer. I absolutely love to see that. The less Black Panthers on my screen, the better. Okay, moving on. It looks like we got Black Widow. They gave her quite a few changes. Oh, I missed her. There she is. Alright, Black Widow. It says they increase the range of the first effective Edge Dancer from 3 meters to a 5 meter radius. So that's just going to increase her survivability when she gets dove. That's pretty cool to see. Next, they reduce the time required for Fleet Foot to recover from 0 stamina to full from 12 seconds to 4 seconds. So it did take a while for her little bar to charge back up right here on the right. And now instead of taking 12 seconds to fully charge, it takes 4. So that's a huge buff to that ability. And then for her ult, they reduce the time required to reach maximum power from 1 second to 0.6 seconds. So just a small change, but it looks like when she can ult a little bit faster. Next is going to be Hawkeye. There he is. For Hawkeye, they're slightly reducing the spread angle between every 2 blast arrows. So blast arrows is this secondary fire where he shoots 3 explosive arrows. They're going to slightly reduce that spread on that, make it a tighter explosion. They're also reducing the trigger distance of passive ability Archer's Focus from 60 meters to 40 meters. Reduce the maximum additional damage of the passive form from 80 to 70. So just a big old nerf to his passive. It did so you got to be just a little bit closer to charge up that resource on your bow, so you can do more damage. Next is going to be Hela. Let's take a look at her. Just one little change. They're reducing her base health from 275 to 250. So just a small nerf. Next is going to be Magic. For Magic, just one change. They're going to increase Umbral Incursion damage in Dark Child form from 115 to 135. So not a bad change. They're just giving a big, slight damage buff to it. Next, we're going to look at Moon Knight. I think for Moon Knight, the big change is going to be his ult. So for his ult, they're increasing the number of talents generated from 10 to 14. So adding 4 more exploding hands. That's not pretty fun. They're also increasing the explosion radius of each talent from 4 meters to 5 meters. So they're just increasing the range of that just a little bit. Hit more people with it. Okay. So they just buffed his ult quite a bit. Nothing too extreme. Next is Namor. Oop, I lost him. Where'd he go? I am little. There he is. Alright. For Namor, just got one change. They adjust the throwing field
Denizens of the deep
of Monstro spawn. Okay, sorry, just double checking something. Alright. Yep, they're adjusting the throwing feel of Monster spawn and Frozen spawn. Now Namor can more accurately throw them to the desired location. And as a Namor player, I really like to see this change. Throwing his hurts around could be a bit wonky. They had quite a bit of lob to them. but it looks like where I place my turrets is gonna be a bit more accurate. So I'm happy to see that change. Next, we're moving on to Psylocke. Just one change. It says now dance with the butterfly, her ultimate ability. Will check for barriers, including Magneto's metal bulwark and Hulk's indestructible guard. So it looks like they kind of add like a smart AI system to it, where it checks for barriers, and it probably won't hit them on purpose. Which I'll have to double check. That sounds pretty interesting. That'd be super nice for people that try to counter roll with shields and stuff. It just goes around automatically. That's kind of sick. I like that. Moving on to the Punisher. Wherever he's at, there he is. For the Punisher, just one change. They're slightly reducing the spread of deliverance and adjudication. Okay, so just his two guns, his assault rifle and a shotgun, they are reducing the spread. So you can just do overall more damage, hit more shots, hit more bullets. I like to see that. For Scarlet Witch, we got 3 changes for her. First, they're increasing Chaos Control's fixed damage from 50 damage a second to 60 damage a second. So, big buff to her primary. She's going to do more damage now. They're reducing the percentage damage per second from 5% to 3%. Okay, so the fixed damage went up, but the percentage damage per second went down. And they're increasing Chthonian burst projectile damage from 30 to 35. So, big, just overall, big buff to her damage, which I can't wait to try out. Okay, for Storm, let's look at Storm. Okay. For Storm, they're increasing the Windblade projectile speed from 100 meters a second to 150. And her left click damage from 50 to 55. So, she should just be able to do more output. Storm's like one of the worst DPS in the game, so looks like these buffs are going to try and balance her out a bit more. They're increasing the Bolt Rush damage from 70 to 80, which is good. This ability was another just weak lightning ability that didn't do much. Increasing that damage is going to be nice. After releasing her ult, the bonus health provided for herself will be increased from 350 to 450. Feel the wrath of the goddess! So, just giving her a bit more survivability. Moreover, following its conclusion, the extra health will no longer vanish instantly, but will instead diminish at a rate of 100 shield per second. So as soon as they're all in, she doesn't lose all that bonus health. It's just going to slowly go away. It's a big Storm buff. Moving on to Squirrel Girl. We just got a couple of changes here. Addition of a new effect to her ult. Oh, a new effect to her ult? Okay. The squirrels will rush towards the nearest enemy after bouncing instead of bouncing randomly. Wow. That's a pretty big change. Because you usually just throw it and hope it would hit who you want to hit. But now after that first initial bounce, it targets somebody. That is really cool. And they're also reducing the Squirrel Tsunami health from 600 to 300. I did not know her ult actually had health. Is it... It looks like maybe you can shoot the head squirrel and you'll make her ult go away. I had no idea you could get rid of it. Alright, that's very cool though. For it to target people, that's going to make it a lot more dangerous. Okay, moving on to Winter Soldier. They're increasing the bonus health provided by Bionic Hook and Tainted Voltage from 30 to 40, which is nice. Increasing Rotor Stern's projectile damage from 70 to 75, so just buffing his primary a little bit. Reducing the area damage from 70 to 65, and reduced damage decay from 65% at 40 meters to 60%. Okay. That sentence is kind of confusing, but overall looks like just a small nerf. And they're also increasing his base health from 250 to 275. Okay, so just a lot of small changes, nothing too bad. Moving over to Wolverine. see, we got 2 changes. They're going to increase his base health from 300 to 350. And they're going to reduce the damage reduction ratio provided by Undying Animal from 50% to 40%. So that is... So they increased his health, but they decreased the amount of damage reduction he gets when he pops his right bumper ability. Okay, and finally moving on to the support or the strategist. First you got Cloak and Dagger, which are up here. There they are. Cloak and Dagger. Reducing Dagger Storm cooldown from 15 seconds to 12 seconds. So you just be able to throw down that bubble just a little bit faster. And they're increasing the number of dashes in their ult from 3 to 4, which is a absolutely huge change. Now having four dashes, not only can you cover more area if you choose to stack them on top of each other, the healing damage they do is just multiplied just a bit. And their ult was already pretty game changing, and now you're definitely gonna feel the effects of that. Moving over to Jeff the Land Shark. Okay, just a couple of changes. They're adjusting his ult range from a 10-meter sphere to a 10-meter radius, and a 5-meter high cylindrical spell field. So for that 5-meter high cylindrical field, if you didn't already know, you don't have to be on the ground to get swallowed by Jeff. You can just be in the air, slightly above it, and he'll still get you. As for his radius, there have been a lot of complaints about people being slightly outside the big circle, and they're still getting caught in it. So it looks like they fixed the dimensions of that. They changed it from a sphere to a radius, so that it's more fair, whether you get caught in it or not. And they also increased the healing of his primary fire from 140 a second to 150. And yeah, just a small buff, but definitely needed. His healing was a little bit underwhelming. Moving over to Luna Snow. There she is. Luna Snow. Just one change. They increased the interval for switching between healing and damage in her ult from 0.1 seconds to 0.5 seconds. So this was a change I very much expected. I am ready to put on a show. Because pros and top tier players, or basically just anybody, can spam between her healing and her damage boost with that 0.1 second change. But with them nerfing it to 0.5, you can still flip it pretty fast, but it's not going to be like I am ready to put on a show instant, if that makes sense. But it's just 0.4 second difference. It probably won't make too much of a big change. Moving over to Mantis. Just one change. They're reducing Nature's Favor, her passive, movement boost from 2.5 to 1.5 a second. So just a small nerf. I don't know why they changed it. I thought it was fine, but it looks like it was too big of an issue. So whenever she's fully healing and not hurt, she gets a movement boost she can use to run across the map. Looks like they're just going to make that a little bit slower. Okay, and then finally for our last character, we got Rocket Raccoon. He's just got one little change. They're going to increase the healing of repair mode from 60 per second to 70 per second. So they're just buffing his healing primary fire just a little bit. Nothing too bad. Moving up to team up abilities. Let's look at those. For team abilities, the first one we got Hawkeye and Black Widow, allied agents right here. It looks like they are going to reduce Hawkeye's season buff from 20% to 15%. So if I actually go to Hawkeye, right here, you can see his team up ability. It doesn't show the percentage, but for some team up abilities, certain characters get damage boosts. And it looks like they're just nerfing that damage boost from 20% to 15% for both of these guys. Next, we're looking at the Hela Thor Loki team up combo. So we'll head over here. For this team up combo, they're just reducing Hella season bonus from 20% to 15%. So just a small little nerf. Next we got Luna, Snow, and Namor. Whoever I can find first. Okay, Luna, Snow. We got her team ability, Icy Disco. Looks like they are quite a few changes. They're gonna increase. Oh, these are all for Namor. Let me switch over to him. If I can find him, there he is. He always hides from me. Looks like all these changes are for Namor for his frozen spawn, which you don't know is his third stronger ice turret that he gets just for teaming up Luna Snow. They're gonna increase its damage from 25 to 27. They're gonna increase its slowing effect that's applied to hit enemies from 25% to 30%. And they're going to increase its berserk state damage from 16 to 18. So overall, just a big buff to it. It does more damage, slows them more, and when it goes into berserk, it does more damage. That is super cool. Okay, moving on to Rocket Raccoon, Punisher, Winter Soldier. Let me head over to Rocket. So for ammo invention, they're going to reduce its cooldown from 45 seconds to 40 seconds. So just a little buff. If you don't know what that is, he just gives them infinite ammo and faster firing. So now you can do that every 40 seconds instead of every 45 seconds. Next team up is going to be Scarlet Witch and Magneto. Let's head over to Magneto. It was just here. There he is. Okay. So specifically for Magneto's Metallic Fusion, where he gets his big sword, they are increasing his projectile damage from 55 to 60. So when he swings his sword, he does a slash. They're just increasing that damage for a little bit. And then they're increasing the spell field damage from 30 to 35. So just a slight damage buff to it. I thought it was already broken, but them increasing its damage is going to make it a lot more punishing. And moving on to the very last change, we got Thor, Storm, and Captain America. This change, I 1000% expected, just because once again Storm was just very underperforming last season. So on Storm's side, they're going to reduce the cooldown of Charge Gale from 20 seconds to 15 seconds. And they are increasing the damage of Charge Gale from 50 to 55. Heavenly Fury. So, just helping her out a little bit. Nothing too major. Heavenly Fury. And I think, yeah, that was the last change. So overall, the new season, I absolutely love the Battle Pass. I'd say that's my favorite part. All these cool new skins we'll get. Absolutely love to see it. That is nuts. And then we just got the little event. Gained some cool collectibles with it. Nothing too major. But yeah, very excited to hop into ranked and see what we can do with these guys. I'm gonna try and see if I can master these two. I really like their kits. But yeah, that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this type of content, watch out for my future uploads where I'll be reviewing more Marvel Rivals updates and grinding ranked. Comment below who your favorite new character is between Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to drop a like and slam that subscribe button. Marauder out.